In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make the cube in OnShape that is a 4x4 cube that has two extrusions of 2 inches of a square and a cylinder, and also a hole through the middle of one of the sides. So I've created a new document in OnShape, and the first thing I'm going to do is hide the top and the right by clicking on the eyeballs in the left sidebar. Then I'm going to bring the front into the front and center by clicking on front over here on the cube on the right, my directional cube. So the first thing I need to do is make a sketch. So I'm going to click on the pencil up here, and then I need to tell OnShape where I want to make this sketch. So I'm going to click out here in the sketch plane. And then I'm going to choose the little arrow next to the rectangle here, and I want to choose center point rectangle. Then I click in the middle and drag out. I'm not worried about the size yet. I'll get it as close as I can to 4, but I'm going to dimension this after I make the 2D shape. So I have my 2D shape. I need to change the size of the lines. So I'm going to go to my dimension tool, which is up here in the toolbar, and I'm going to click on that. And then when I click on the side, click once and just move up, then I will be able to see how many inches my shape is and change it to 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the right side. So my tool is already still selected. So I can do either this right side or the left side. They'll both change when I do one. So I click on it, move it out, and I don't want my dimension to be inside my shape. So I move it out to the side here and change it to 4. So I have my 4x4 two-dimensional shape. So I like that. So I'm going to click on the check mark and OK it. Now I need to extrude this so that it becomes 3-dimensional. So I need to click on the shape first and then find my extrude tool, which is up here in the toolbar, the 3 little squares. Click on that, and then under depth, the default is 1 inch, but I need to change that to 4 inches. And that's all that I need to do. Just note that up here it shows that I am adding new material. When we get to make the hole in the cube, you're going to choose remove, but for now, new or add is fine. So I OK it, and then when I spin it around, you'll see that I have my 4x4 cube there. So now I'm going to make the cylindrical extrusion on the side, so the cylinder that pops off of there. So I need to make a new sketch. So I click on my pencil. I need to tell it where I want to put it. So I'm just going to click on the blue out here, not necessarily in the center, but just somewhere on the blue. It's just telling OnShape that I'm going to put it on this side. Then I'm going to go up here to the circle, and I'm going to click on the little arrow next to it, and I want center point circle. Then I'm going to click in the center, and I'm going to drag out. And again, I'm going to dimension this. So I'm not really worried about the size of it right now. I go right up to my dimension tool up here, and then I click on the side, move out just a little bit, and I'm going to change this to 2 inches. So I have a 2-dimensional circle on the side of my cube. So I'm going to OK that, and I need to extrude this as well. So I need to tell OnShape what I'm going to extrude. So I click on my shape, then I'm going to click on the extrude button up here again, and then this one I want to be 2 inches. So I change the depth to 2, and I click the check mark, and now I have that extrusion coming off of the side there. All right, so this time I'm going to work, this is the front side, so I want to work on the right side because I want to put my cube extrusion over there. So I'm going to click over here on the right side, and I need a new sketch again. Remember, a sketch means a part or a piece. So I click on the sketch, I tell it where I want to put it. Then I'm going to go back to my rectangle and the little arrow next to it. I'm going to choose center point rectangle again. Now I'll do my best to align it in the center, but I'll just get it as close as I can. I'm going to make this square rectangle on the side. And I'm going to go dimension this again up here, and I want it to be the same as the circle. I want it to be 2 inches. So I just click on the side, drag it off a little bit, and change it to 2. And then I like the size of it, so I'm going to OK it. and I need to extrude this as well. So I'm going to click on my shape. I'm going to go back to my extrude tool and change the depth to 2 inches. Click on my green check mark, and now I have 2 shapes that are extruding off of there. So the last step is to make a cylinder that goes through the shape. So I can't do it here on the back, and I can't do it on this left side because it won't let me go through shapes that are created. So I'm going to do this on the top. So I'm going to click over here on top. And again, I need to make a new sketch. And I click out here on my plane to tell OnShape where I'm putting it. And I want to make a circle here. So I'm going to go to my little arrow next to the circle and choose center point circle. Get as close to the center as I can. Drag it out. Go right to my dimension tool here and make this one 2 as well. Okay, and then I like what I've got, so I'm going to OK it. And I need to extrude again. So I'm going to click on my shape. I'm going to go back to my extrude tool. This time, though, I'm going to choose remove because I'm not adding material. I don't want it to pop off of the shape. I want it to go through it. So I'm going to choose remove. And then my depth, my cube is 4 inches. So my depth needs to be anything greater than 4 inches. So in this case, I'm just going to choose 5. And I'm going to click the check mark. And then when I rotate it, you'll see that I now have an extrusion going the opposite way through my shape, that it makes it into a hole. So that is it. Take a screenshot of that and submit it to the assignment.